Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I want to talk about something very important. And that's the fact your narcissist parent or parents rejected you and exiled you from the home on purpose. And they did such things because they knew it would cause you great life difficulties and make it hard for you to develop your full potential. Because they knew you would be ill-prepared for life and would be spending your time spinning your wheels and fending off the wolves in sheep's clothing. Yes, they know about the wolves out there waiting for you and fed you to them on purpose, because they know sooner or later you will be back begging them to let you back in the house, begging them for help. And all the while they can see the pain on your face of the life you have lived. And they can watch you beg and plead. All the while they know they are either going to reject you right there, or later on once again. You see, narcissists have tactics and methods to their madness. They are always thinking, or at least they try to think 10 steps ahead. And each one of these steps they take, and negative things they do to you and your life, has a purpose. A long-term purpose. A purpose to plant the seed of self-doubt, failure, and misery in your life. So you will have nothing but a hard life. A hard life that was planned out for you since day one. They knew the moment they made you the scapegoat what type of life they wanted you to have. And they know from their life example they watched play out in their own childhood home. No matter if these things were done to themselves or one of their siblings. They know this stuff by heart. And they execute their plan perfectly. The right amount of gaslighting here. The right amount of life and personal development sabotage there. And they create a perfect storm in you. The storm that usually results in you being booted from the family home. Ill-prepared to live life. And understand what type of predatory world you are now entering. And if you still have contact with them. And trust me, they will force it on you. With possible acts of fake kindness. Such as, I was just calling to see how you were doing. You know I can't let you back in the house. Your brother won't let me. Wait a minute. My golden child brother won't let you. You're a grown woman. You can do what you want. But you see, that's the twisting of what they do. Making it seem like they are still the victim. While they have exiled you into a world you weren't ready to handle. No straight talks about life. No preparation. Just mental twisting and abuse. And every time contact is made, they get to hear how much of a hard time you're having. And they feed. They feed on your pain. And they can hear the pain deep in your voice. That all you want to do is come home and get your life on track. But that's impossible because you're exiled. Even if they live down the block. The best you can do is come by. Stand outside like a criminal. While you talk to them on the front lawn for 5 minutes. Oops. Visiting time is over. It's time to leave. And back to the exile you go. And all of this is preparing you. Priming you to take this treatment in your personal life. And your narcissist parent knows it. And loves it. Waiting for the moment you tell them. I just met someone new. And dating them. Boy oh boy. They know this new person is going to walk all over you. Heck, they haven't even seen them. But they know you. And they know how they treated you. And they know anyone you attract will treat you the exact same way. And that's like a human doormat. You see, this exile is on purpose. They know what your outcome will be. And they will feed and feed and feed. Every one of their victims has their role. And this is the role of the scapegoat. And that's to, when the time comes, exile them. Exile them with no life training. No family life. And no one to trust. Because they know you are not going to just make all the mistakes in the book. You are going to make mistakes that aren't even in the book because you are so ill-prepared for life. And because you have a kind heart. And a willingness to accept bad treatment. You are going to make a nice doormat for someone. Which will allow them to sit on the sidelines with popcorn. and get a lifetime of narcissistic supply from your messed up life. A life they planned for you the minute they identified your role. Now, why is this important to know? It's important to know this because of the self-blame and shame of our lives. And our mistakes. You see, we all make mistakes. Even those that were raised in loving homes. And because of this, they know what love is like. They have a point of reference. But with us we had no point of reference. And we were directed and brainwashed in such a way. We were darn near programmed MK Ultra slaves to make these life mistakes almost on cue. And when we learned the truth about narcissistic abuse, the tapes still played. Sometimes less. And sometimes more. But they do play. And they play scenes in our minds of self-blame. And what ifs? What if I was raised with love? What if someone cared and showed me what I was supposed to do instead of trying to mix me up on purpose? Those of you that were raised by a narcissistic parent or parents. There's nothing worse than to realize your narcissist parent or parents never loved you. And they actually got some sort of sick pleasure by watching your life spin out of control. And watching you in utter pain. To watch you broken and down. Even when they showed up as a savior, they were still feeding. It's so hard to wrap one's mind around it. Someone that hasn't gone through such hell. But I will tell you this. It really does a number on you. And this number was done on purpose. Exile. Isolation. Rejection. It's all done to create tapes in your mind of pain. Which turns you into a lifetime doormat. Or it makes you empty to the point where you feel nothing for any human being. Which then turns you into a narcissist. Or a narcissist in training. If you were like many of us, you ended up as the doormat. You see, it's like putting away stock for a rainy day. Or prepping for the winter. These narcissists do things in such a way that creates long-term supply in you. That will allow them to have the ability to feed on you year after year after year. Even though you don't live in the house. Heck, you might not even live in the same state. But they know. Being exiled and thrown away causes pain. It causes a deep-rooted hurt. And after that hurt, they will call you to see how you are doing. Just to hear the pain in your voice. All the while, they tell you, you know I love you, right? I just can't have you live with me. And they will throw salt on your wounds by proclaiming to be a good parent that provided you with all of the best life chances. And you get triggered by these false statements. And the argument starts. An argument they wanted to start. An argument they planned to start well before they got on the phone with you. This is what these evil demons do. They plant the seeds in your life. From the moment you were a baby for your own self-destruction. So they can sit courtside and watch it up close and personal. These are real serious things we must deal with. Abandonment. These are things that can trigger our complex post-traumatic stress disorder real quick. And it can linger and hang on to us for a lifetime. And if you're young, don't wait for these demons to abandon you. Figure what life skills you need to learn. And leave without a trace. And if you can help it, never deal with these demons again. Because if you keep dealing with them, and you let them exile you, all the while stepping in and out of your life, dangling their fake love in front of your eyes like a prize you will never win. It will mess you up inside. It will mess you up without you even knowing it's messing you up. And before you know it, you will be going from one bad relationship to another with no understanding what the problem is. Not knowing the treatment. The exile. And the isolation was all done for this very purpose right here. To put you in such a life position so you would end up a mess. A mess in a mess. Always. Hanging by your fingernails. I know it's hard to say. For many of you going through this. But you're better than this. This was done to you by some rotten demons that pretended to be your parents. These evil beings never loved you. They never loved you at all. And yes, overcoming abandonment and being exiled by a narcissist isn't easy. But it's something you must do. Did you hear me? It's something you must do. Because if you don't, it will do what it was intended to do. And that's to utterly and completely destroy your life. All for the entertainment and pleasure of a sick, twisted demon. Well, that's all I have for right now. I want to thank all of you for your support and subscription. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Also click the bell to get notified of new videos. Click the like button if you like my content. And share this with everyone you can. It's that one person you least suspect. It might save. I think this problem of narcissistic abuse and narcissist parents is more common than it's not. We just live in a weird world where we are told bad is good and good is bad. And everything evil someone has done to another is lied about, twisted, repackaged, and shown to be something else. Also, I will say this. Work hard to get the word out for all the YouTubers talking about this type of stuff and support them the best you can. Because providing such content isn't easy. It takes time, effort and money. All the while we have our normal lives. And when the recent YouTube problems hit, it affected everyone. And I mean everyone. Now there are those that might have 500,000 subscribers that are still making a living. Not as good as before, but they are still making a living. And there are smaller but growing YouTubers working hard, hoping to get to the point where they could provide this content full-time, covering daily events, coming up with several videos a day in some instances. But these changes haven't taken that dream away. It's just making it harder. So the more you share these videos, and the more you get others interested, the more popular these channels will become. Which will allow the content creators more flexibility to bring you more and even better content. So let's all keep on. Keeping on, okay? Because we are all in this together. And sharing this information is where it all starts. Because like I always say, knowledge and wisdom is power. The more we know, the more we can lead happy and healthy lives. Until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.